Look at my arm.
Just going to sit like this for a minute because I'm recording. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to We're Offended, You're Offended.
What?
I'm Kim. Mr. Guns over here is Tyler. And it's Tuesday. I ain't got no song for Tuesday because we don't normally do Tuesdays, but apparently we're doing Tuesdays now. And Wednesdays and Thursdays.
Mr. Guns.
Mr. Guns.
Mr. Punch.
Oh, jeez. All right. So hope everyone's had a great Monday. Let's hear the shit show that's in the world today, shall we?
Okay, yeah. I guess before we get started, before anything, of course, we're here 5 days a week, Monday to Friday. Sabbath, God's day. Fuck you. But of course, we're on YouTube, we're on Rumble, we're on Spotify, we're in all those places. Leave us a review. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button or share this with your friends. We're trying to get into the live streaming so that we can get all that sweet horror money. I want horror money. That's what I want.
I could
Give me
do
some of that
horror
money.
Yeah.
Oh God, I just leaked. The fuck?
Wow, you really want that money, don't you?
Yeah.
Hold on. What was it about? Was it the money or the horror part that you were all like?
A gentleman never asks, and a lady never tells.
All right.
So CRT is being pushed in Canada. That's always cool. Well, yeah. No, I guess we'll just talk about that. Canada being fucking. Let's save that. Let's. All right. So let's. Okay. So I had pulled up this Twitter from a chick on Twitter. I'm assuming it's a chick. I don't know. Maybe it's a Zer. Maybe it's a fucking panda. Who knows these days? But
I see a panda.
So she had posted on. But she had posted a thing, and so I'm just gonna I'll read this little part out. How old do you have to be to know you're trans? Anyone can realize they're trans at any age. Oh. Children as young as 18 months old can identify themselves with gendered objects and have a feeling of what their gender identity is. So
they don't.
When it even if it may be hard for them to describe, some people figure it out at an early age, while others don't realize it until much later in life. Figuring it out at any age is completely okay. Just like talking to kids about sex at any age. You know what we call that? Grooming. And then I have another one here that this is from Nova Scotia is fucking woke garbage shithole. BC is woke garbage shithole, and so is fuck is it? What I think it was Ontario. Isn't just woke? They just we got to get to them kids young.
Careful, that looks a little sexual. Like you're trying to grab at boobies.
Well, that's what they want to. That's what they want to do.
Yeah.
But yeah, they had this other one. This was in Nova Scotia. People you may know that are trans. So this is Trans 101, a quick guide on transgender topics from an elementary school audience. Elementary. But we're going to talk about okay, so I guess so they started with sex and gender are two separate things. You can be a female, but what you present to the world as can be male. Okay, but now with that Leah Thomas thing, how gender and sex, those are two separate things. Well, now you're competing, you're using gender to compete against other sexes. So now we're starting to blur that line. You notice gender and sex are two separate things. In fact, when we had our meeting today, and the lady said, "Gender confusion."
Yeah, I was imagining your.
Oh, I was muted and said, "Well, you know what? To be fair, that's because this shitty fucking school feels it's necessary to push this type of shit on kids." So I'm gonna look at you guys because I've been saying, "Hey, this should be fucking no, this isn't okay." Well, they're having that conversation. Well, yeah, they're also telling our kids that Canada is inherently non-inclusive and it hates everybody. Even though we literally have laws saying, hey, you can't be bad to the minorities. You're not allowed to do that. It kind of reminds me of that Daryl Davis thing. Like he, at one point in that interview on Timcast, and if anyone that hasn't seen it, I encourage you. Fuck, question of the day. Ah, god damn it. Where? Do you think there's actually a war in Ukraine?
That's kind of a odd question. My response to that would be like, duh. Yeah.
You would think so. But again, and I've said this before. I'm just an observer. I'm a listener. I learn. I watch what people do. We'll save that for later. Because I got some stuff that we can talk about. But where the fuck was I going?
Or in Russia or Ukraine?
No, the Daryl Davis, because he was saying predominantly in the U.S. and you know what, Canada is a very similar makeup to the United States. But he was saying for a long time, say Caucasians were here, and then all the other blacks, Asian, Hispanics, Aboriginals were down here. But now he says they're going like this. So in 20, 30 years, they'll be at equilibrium. And he's going, there are a bunch of white people that don't want this to happen. And I go, what are you talking about?
So that it's bad
a bunch of white people
for people not to want segregation?
Well, but he's saying because, it's been, people in power. He was talking about, so the whites have been in power controlling the system, but now that the blacks and Hispanics and all this are coming in, they're going to equalize, and then eventually they're going to shift. And the whites are going to be the minority. Okay, so then white people are the minority. White people are the minority around the world. Shocker. Shut up, you international piece of shit. I have a Kenworth because I'm a real man. But so, but for him, this is what this was actually part of an episode, but that we completely canned because I fucking hated it. I hate how it turned out. I hated everything about it. And if I don't like it, it don't get posted. Damn it.
Yeah.
But during that Timcast, and I encourage you, because it was I don't know what quotes would work that well. How does that one go? If you're the hero, you live long enough to become the villain, or some shit like that.
Sounds familiar.
What the hell is that quote? How does that quote go? Live long enough to
live long and prosper.
The villain.
No.
Or if you don't die a hero, you either die a hero or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain. That's it. So it was something like that, or the thing of never meet your heroes because you'll only leave disappointed. Never meet chicks on Tinder because you only leave disappointed.
Right.
Met some of them. You were one of them.
I wasn't on Twinder. I wasn't on Twinder. I ain't got no twin.
How about you? Sure, we're on Grindr.
Well, you like to grind, so
up and down that pole. However that song goes.
Something.
Oh no, that's on that floor, isn't it? On that. Here. No, but okay, so yeah, he was saying that there are a bunch of whites that were in power and they want to stay in power. You paint this fucking however you want, man. When you say the whites want to stay in power, what? Oh, you mean white power? They want to what? The Aryan race? They want segregation? That's weird because predominantly, what do you have right now? With the liberals? Who are liberals? Traditionally white, traditionally middle income to upper middle income income class. They're saying, no, we don't want those blacks. Get them out of here. We need black-only spaces. We need Asian spaces.
Spacious. I love those spacious.
You know, I pride myself on having a very diverse vocabulary, but apparently I just...
You may have a
It's just-
diverse vocabulary, but your tongue doesn't always want to keep up with that brain of yours.
No, it's the epitome of retarded. But so, okay, so white supremacy, big bad, they want to stay at the top. Like, and I've said, like, that was so unbelievable to hear coming out of his mouth. And he fought so hard against racism, bridging that divide. To then say, oh, well, that's all white people want? No. In fact, you were like, I think like his worldview, because, and like, he grew up pre-civil rights. He fought with, against a lot of Klansmen. And to be fair, after hearing that interview, I'm pretty sure they just said, dude, you're more racist than us. Have a coat.
That interview, honestly, like, that's the one thing about the scrapped episode that we did, is we did cover that interview. But some of the stuff that he was saying, honestly, I was completely appalled and shocked. Like, I couldn't believe the stuff that was coming out of his mouth. I'm like, this is the man that helped de-radicalize people from the KKK? Really? Like, and that's not, hold on, and that's not discrediting anything that he has done. All the hard work and all the good work that he has done, I'm not discrediting that whatsoever. He's done a lot of really great things. However, the way that he spoke in this interview was rather disappointing.
It was like, remember like the 8 Mile? No, the Green Mile. Sorry, not 8 Mile. That was fucking what's his face?
Eminem?
The white black guy. Yeah. Just another proof that white people are better than blacks. Just saying. That's a joke. It's a joke. Even though he is the best, it's a joke. But no, the Green Mile. Where what the hell was that? The black guy's name in that?
Yeah, typical white guy. Can't even remember the black guy's name. Freaking racist.
I don't even remember the white guy's name. Only the person I remember is Tom Hanks and fuck his name. Whatever. Well, it does kind of matter.
Bubba?
No, that's no, that's Saving Ryan's Privates.
Oh shit! I thought we were all about the privates. My bad.
The Green Cash. God damn it! I'm a fucking idiot. No, what was his name? Michael Duncan. Michael Duncan. But so he had like a superpower that he could take the sickness out of someone and he put it into himself. But I kind of pictured Daryl like that. Like he has pulled out so many, so much hate, and he's kind of internalized it. And it's warped his mind. Because in his world, it is all radical. It is all crazy. People that, and now he's become that very thing that, like he's like the Black Panther. We're deserving of reparations and give us our money, and we were better off with, I don't have an ancestry, and I understand that. I understand the anguish, the anger, and yeah, I don't have a history. I totally agree. But you do. You do have a history. I'm sorry it doesn't go back to Genesis. I'm sorry that, like, for me personally, I don't give a fuck that I came from Italy. That's cool. And my family were like the ship captains of what is that ship? The Nonsuch. Is it the Nonsuch? What's in that museum ship in Winnipeg?
Yeah, that's the Nonsuch.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They were like the captains on that ship. Cool.
Your family was on that ship? Okay, that's freaking cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Apparently.
We have a museum in Winnipeg, and it's actually got the ship inside of it. It's so cool. You get to go on it and look around. It's really neat.
Oh, small.
Right?
Oh
The
my
little
God.
tiny beds, like, it's like, how small were these people?
Doors?
Yes.
I remember the door. Yeah.
Like, big enough for a child. Like, it's crazy
Like,
how
could you?
tiny people were.
Well, and thing is, like, so if you want to take like his side of it, like, hey, I don't have a history. A lot of the people that came over wanted to start a new life. You know, they've changed their names. They left their past behind them. You know, we're the Smiths now, and whatever stupid name they come up with. You know,
Yeah.
so but they changed. So he could say, hey, yeah, my family, they were liberated in slavery, and they moved on, and they did this and this and this and this. Like, hey, man, I'm sure you have so much more of a rich history. If you are a direct descendant of slavery. I'm not saying that's fucking cool, but look at the progress that has been made from bound in chains, not owning property, to being admired.
Some of the most richest people alive. Look at Oprah. Jesus.
Wow, Oprah, she's an Oreo.
Doesn't matter. Oreo or not.
But so, I think that is something that should be celebrated. Are you dying?
No. Why?
I don't know. You look like you just died.
No. I just looked down for a second.
Oh. Oh. Okay. But so, what the fuck was I? God damn it. I don't know. Whatever. It was really sad to see the transformation of, and I hold him in a very high esteem as someone that was able to, hey, we're bridging gaps here, right? Where, the progress that has been made, and then to say, well, where's mine?
Well, that's the thing. Like, I think that was the most shocking thing for me. Like, exactly that. He seemed to be bridging a divide, right? Through people who are hardcore racists, the KKK, and he is a black man. And,
Yeah.
he's bridging that divide. But then you hear him talking on Timcast, and he's literally talking about dividing people. You know what I mean? Like, he's talking about, well, these people get that, where's mine? And then they're like, well, so what, you want some like money? Like, you want money? No, it has nothing to do with money. How about just like scholarships or this or that? And he's like mentioning
vouchers.
Things that, it's from what? Money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then to even I think the thing that shocked me the most was his whole racist comment. Like, that one person had that question or whatever, like, if you actually, like, they had family who risked their lives to help set free the slaves or help the slaves and stuff like that and help black people, like, should they not be I don't know if say excluded or just kind of like,
Yeah,
because
tax exempt or whatever.
because they were talking about potentially taxing white people for what we'd done to black people in the past, right? To give them reparations. Is that the right word?
Yeah.
Okay. And then he had said, like, one of the people had said, okay, well, what if you actually had a family member who was helping these people? They never owned a slave, da 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 da. They were actually helping these people. And his response was, well, they're racist. Like,
Well,
it doesn't matter.
I don't care. Like, sorry, great, thanks for your sacrifice, but you're racist.
Yeah.
What?
So I guess because they were helping.
That was
racist. What?
like, and I can understand. Like, I've said, like, Planned Parenthood is a disgusting organization. I think that the organization, in the name of Margaret Sanger, should be completely abolished. I've said, well, I guess he was talking about, well, look at Aboriginals. They got paid out. Yeah. And you know what? And I'll say this. If you hit the lottery, in fact, there was someone someone had commented and said, I'm married to a lady that's Aboriginal, and it's on one of those reserves that has a beautiful casino. They make millions of dollars. They said she gets a check each month of like $106,000 a month. This is like a dividend check.
Can I go move there?
He said, but it's because of her lineage. Yes, she lives on a reserve, but she gets her fucking equalization payment.
Wow.
$100,000. It was like 108, 106,000, something like that. It wasn't more than 110, but it was like a weird number.
That's crazy.
Directly based on her race. On her lineage, her direct lineage. But because this casino, and I'll say, hey, if you're fortunate enough that you won the genetic lottery, you won my culture was completely devastated, great. But there's also those places that are completely, like, they're third world countries. In fact, calling them a third world country is a disservice to third world countries. At least third world countries have something. They just don't manage it. They're in constant turmoil. Reserves are shit. They are shit. White Dog. If anyone is north of Kenora, White Dog. The first thing I seen, they were building a school there, was a street sign crumpled up and bullet holes through it. Their houses were dilapidated. Yeah.
Well, welcome to the neighborhood.
Yeah, you got your body armor? Fuck me.
You can get your Kevlar just around the corner.
Yeah. But, so there are some places. Yeah.
Welcome package.
Yeah, here's a 40. Here's here's your case of diabetes and a bullet vest.
Yeah. And don't forget your check.
Like,
welcome.
Yeah. But they're so, and I've said, I think reservations was possibly the worst idea that North America has done. And I'll always point to Pegulas Reserve, as far as I know. I might be wrong, things might have changed. But they actually owned their land. It is not government-owned land that they get to play cowboys and Indians on, or play poverty on. It's more they play poverty. But, yeah. And then, they just kind of exist in infinitum. Nothing changes. So my thought has always been, call me crazy. The Canadian government wanted to make reserves so bad, so unbearable, that people would be encouraged to leave. So the government can say, hey, you know what? We tried our best. We were giving them money. We were giving them, all the things they needed, but it wasn't enough.
Huh. You know what? Normally I'll jump on the bandwagon to call you crazy anytime I possibly can. However, I'm looking for the tinfoil because that sounds like a pretty good synopsis of what might have transpired.
It would have to be. Like, why do you think they drag their feet so much? It's not like they say, hey, you know what? We're going to build we're going to look at building, say, a casino. Like, there are casinos around Calgary. There's there's casinos all around, like, big urban centers.
Yeah.
And they do well. Like, they're on the southeast side. No, southwest. Well, I guess there's one southwest of Calgary, like right next to Calgary. Like, here's Calgary, and it's like right there. And then there's one further over here. This one, they have a massive casino, beautiful renovation they just did, all this shit. This one over here, nah, fuck yourself. Garbage. There's nothing going on there. So obviously, like, there is a disparity, but they're so slow in dragging their feet, getting a water treatment plant. Like, we just sent another $750 million to Ukraine. But no, don't help the reservations. No. In fact, all right, I'm going to jump the shark a little bit. You see Justin Trudeau, Chrystia Freeland, and Melanie Jolie or whatever flew over to Ukraine.
No, I didn't, but I will say Krista Freeland. I mean, her name is the most ironic last name for a person like that ever. Just saying.
Oh, she's a direct descendant of a Nazi sympathizer. Her dad was actually a Nazi collaborator.
That doesn't
Like
really
direct.
surprise me.
It was like her grandfather helped the Nazis, and
The only thing that would actually surprise me is if you told me that her family or her parents were actually hippies that used to protest against war. That would surprise me. Her family being
right?
Nazis, I'm like, yeah, right, I see it.
Yeah, you can direct lineage. Like her granddad was all too happy to get those Jews in the back of that oven.
Jeez. Wonder if he made pizza.
But oh, I have a joke, but I
Kidding.
can't say it because what's the worst part about being a black Jew? You sit at the back of the oven.
My head started going down. As soon as you said it, I'm like, oh God, I know where this is going. That's horrible. I mean,
No,
that
but
would be like oh my God, could you imagine that guy? He'd be like, come on, I'm already stuck at the back over here. Now you're going to put me in the back of the oven too? Son of a bitch.
shut up, Rosa Parks, in the back. Come on, I know it's another 20 years, but not in the back. No, but so they did a surprise visit to Ukraine. Isn't Ukraine an active war zone right now? This is why I asked. Is there actually a war in Ukraine? The capital, Kyiv, is being apparently under bombardment. Mariupol is under, I believe it's under Russian control. The thing is, now I have to put apparently around all of this because I started thinking of in my skeptical mind saying, well, what if, because the Ukrainian government was bombing the eastern side of Ukraine, what if they were using footage from there while Ukraine was bombing Ukraine, and Russia is going, hey, you know, we're actually not the aggressor. I'm sure this isn't happening, but okay, you know, Bono is there. They had a benefit concert
Hold on.
in an active war zone.
Really? They had celebrities go there. We have literally our quote unquote head of Canada go to an active war zone. Who in their right mind would do that? Nobody would do that. Nobody would take an active war zone. I don't remember them going down to Egypt when everything was shit there. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Okay, now I understand the whole is there actually a war going on question. That makes you think a little bit.
Yeah, like Justin Trudeau was
their lives, please.
Yeah, freedom concert in Kyiv. Bono. Fucking.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to interrupt, but that's all I can think of right now is freaking homeboy ran away from the truckers, but he's on a plane to fucking war in Ukraine?
Right?
Really?
Right.
I mean,
he said, I got COVID, those big, bad, mean truckers. Okay. And I had posted this on Twitter. You must truly hate Canadians if you are willing to go to an active war zone to try and drum up support while you ran from people that are saying, hey, we just want our lives back.
He ran away from honking and bonfires and parties in the street to go to war. Yeah, that makes sense.
But unfucking
those are some pretty scary truckers, guys. I don't blame him. He was pretty fearful for his life. I mean, there was lots of violence and death and bombs going off. I mean, maybe some little fart bombs.
To be fair, if Russia bombed there, we wouldn't have any more U2 songs.
Oh, maybe we should just like try and reach out to some people in Ukraine and tell them to hold up a Canadian flag. Maybe it'll make him run back to Canada. He'll be like, a terrorist.
No, we should now pass no-fly zones over Canada, so Justin Trudeau's fucking locked out.
Bye, Felicia.
Yeah, yeah, we'll kick them out and change the locks.
Oh my God, that would be
But
fantastic.
this is unfucking real. Irish rock band U2 singer Bono and guitarist The Edge have performed a 40-minute concert in a metro station in the Ukrainian capital of Kyiv in support of Ukrainian forces. Oh, you mean Nazis? Fighting Russia's invading army. On his Twitter account, the world-renowned band said President Volodymyr Zelensky invited them to perform in Kyiv as a show of solidarity to the Ukrainian people. So that's what we've come to do. It is that bad there. You know, you see all these pictures of bombed out buildings, you know, people being killed. Oh, Ukraine is winning the war.
I
Uh,
I wonder if when they went there and like if things looked kind of normal and they're like, "Oh, where's the war?" Oh, that's on the other side. It's on the other side. You're safe here. We brought you to the safe part.
like, but
Even though, okay,
you,
I can understand the whole question of is there actually a war going on because of this? But if there is, which I'm sure that there is, right? There's got to be. But if there is, just the fact that Homeboy literally ran away from honking truckers and went to war
yeah.
with guns
On
and
his trip,
bombs.
Bono also visited Busha, a town near Kyiv, where hundreds of bodies were found last month after Russian troops withdrew from the area. Okay, this is one thing. One thing that I have not seen. I've only seen one person talk about this. One. Ukrainian military were using civilian vehicles in order to fight the Russians. What the fuck is that sound?
I know, right? I think it is a bone being dragged up against the wall. It'd be really helpful if the dog maybe would stop doing that.
Like, holy frick. Okay, Ukrainian soldiers are using civilian vehicles in order to move around. Uh, like, okay, civilians now become targets because now they don't know, is that a civilian that's driving through, or is that a suicide bomber, or is that actually like what?
Well, I mean,
You know,
honestly, the government's going to put the civilians at risk. I mean, they're trying to protect themselves.
they always
Yeah,
they always do.
yeah,
Government's fucking disgusting.
a little bit.
But
Yeah.
you know, we lambasted and we ridiculed and mocked and shown what cowards, like the Taliban were in Afghanistan, because they were using women and children as literal shields.
Yeah. So gross.
And now what? You're doing the same thing.
Mhm.
And now, like, to be fair, I I've said before, I have no sympathy for the Ukrainian government. I have no sympathy for them at all. I could not possibly care less. With them having one of one of one of the only countries to be poor after the fall of the USSR, and with the amount of money that pours into that place, the people are poor. My heart breaks for the people because of corrupt government officials, US plants. Zelensky was planted by the FBI because he sided with the US. I know, big conspiracy theory, but well, he's a CIA plant. No, it's so Justin Trudeau was so afraid of truckers. This shows you how much he actually hates Canadians. This is how much he hates the freedom in Canada.
Right.
That
Okay.
he ran from his own people.
Yeah. He ran from
But
his own people who had a peaceful protest. Okay. He ran away from them, refused to speak to them, but he jumped on a plane to where there's an active war going on for a different country. Can we just take a moment and think about that for a moment here? Like, regardless whether he agreed with the so-called freedom convoy or not, the point is he literally wouldn't even meet with peaceful truckers, people who just wanted to talk to him, and jumped on a
yeah,
plane and went to active war for another country. You're going to tell me this is a man who actually has our country's best interest at heart and is trying to do stuff
is a
for
stretch.
Canada. He won't even talk to his own citizens, but he'll go talk to people from another country. Okay, well, how about you just stay there? Stay there then. Yeah, we'll have Pierre come in. Come on, Pierre. I've voted you in. You take it.
It's and like that is unbelievable. Like that should be a big fucking red flag to everyone. He ran. There were no credible threats, even though they had. They had the Canadian military spying. They had the military. He activated the military in order to spy on Canadians.
He invoked the Emergency Act.
No, not just that. I have an article here. Oh, yeah, a surveillance plane operated by Canadian Special Forces flew circles over Ottawa during the Freedom Convoy protest. But the DND said it was just practice. Oh, even though military experts were saying. Stefan Watkins, an Ontario researcher who tracks ships and planes, told the Globe he recorded at least 15 circles over the city, and at times the aircraft disappeared inexplicably from public tracking systems. It's a spy plane. These patterns look very much like other tracks seen over foreign conflict zones, while intelligence surveillance and reconnaissance missions were believed to be underway. So Canada, our Prime Minister, activated the military against its own citizens. Spy on them. This really shows. And plus, okay, so we have that. We also have this article, if I look at from Rebel News, that new gun laws are coming into effect, that you have to register a gun, and the RCMP may issue a register number for it.
Yay, again, more restrictions. So excited.
Well, and it has nothing to do, legal gun owners are some of the most law-abiding citizens ever because they know they fuck up once. You get a speeding ticket. You're done. You're done, kid. Get out of here. El finito. But I guess all those criminals, all those guns, all those illegal guns that somehow make it into Canada. I don't know how. I don't know. We seem to have quite an open, porous fucking border where the RCMP flaunts like, oh, look at we got all these guns. Oh, look at us. We're doing our job. One every year? You get like a cache of guns?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm sure those criminals are going to go, fuck, I got to register my gun.
Yeah, who does that?
What?
Literally, when this whole, restrictions on firearms and stuff like that came in, I was just like, are you joking? Responsible or people who have, their gun license and firearm license and stuff like that are generally, there are exceptions to the rule, but they are generally responsible gun owners. Now, the people who are committing the crimes, trust me, they didn't get these guns legally. They're getting them in a back alley freaking trunk somewhere with some, I don't know, maybe Mexican person in the trunk that pops out and says, hey, you want to buy a gun? It's just,
that's not a Mexican accent.
Yeah, no, I don't know what that was. It was like some weird gangster. But regardless.
I want to buy a gun, hombre.
Well, we don't have Mexicans. Well, okay, we do have Mexicans in Canada, but you know what I mean?
Dude.
They're not in the States. How they're more prominent there. Ours would be like some French guy popping out. I'm gonna stop talking right now. I'm just gonna pull out the shovel and just keep digging a hole here. But anyway,
hey Holmes, you wanna buy a taquito and an unregistered firearm?
Yes. Oh my god. Mon petit chéri. Yeah. Anyway. But
it's Mexican, not French.
He's a French Mexican.
French Mexican.
just making up shit as I go here.
Uh,
But okay, but criminals that you have, they're the criminals.
hey, bonjour, mon ami. Wait, no, hold on. Hello,
Bonjour, essay.
my name. Hold on, I'm getting into. Hello, my name is Jose. Hello, bonjour. There we go. ¿Cómo estás?
I mean, but like, but you know, like the criminals, they're gonna get their stuff by criminal wise. They're not gonna be like, oh, I gotta follow the law. You know, this gun is out. Shit.
Yeah.
I gotta get a legal gun to commit my crime. And oh, how many bullets am I allowed? Ah, crap. I can only kill half the school, not the whole school. Like it's just like what the gosh.
I think statistically, I think it like the best shots, I think it's about on average 9. It takes about 9 shots in order to hit someone.
Are we talking about somebody who's an actual licensed practiced gunman or like a cop or something?
On average, well, you to be fair, it's not like cops practicing a lot.
Yeah.
You know.
Okay.
But yeah, no, they yeah, so that was backdoored in. So you could see, like, I am looking through the lens of he praised China, absolutely loved China, loved Fidel Castro and his socialist communist country. He loves communism. He hates capitalism. He hates democracy.
Yeah,
absolutely hates it. And to be fair, anyone that says, "Oh well, democracy is fucking, it's corrupt." Well, true democracy, yeah, true democracy sucks. I don't want to be in a true democratic society.
Yeah.
Because if 51% of the people say this is bad, then the other 49 have to abide by it. Yeah. I think there has to be some checks and balances in place. Otherwise, yeah, well, 51 say, hey, you know what? We got to start murdering kids. Well, to be fair,
I guess I have to. Yeah. Oh my God, you say that now, and that's all I can think of is that girl from our last freaking podcast. That black girl with the white hair and the I'm killing the babies.
Fucking psycho.
Oh my God, right? Freaking crazy.
Thank God for abortions. What a psycho.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my God.
No.
She's so unappealing. Oh, so unappealing. Trust me, it's not because her skin color. Relax, racist.
I know, right?
Because she's fucking gross.
Yeah.
She's fucking crazy.
Oh, yeah.
No, that was, oh my God. But, okay, so I'm looking through, like, the prism of, okay, I have to assume he is not looking at Canada's best interest. He is not looking to solve Canada's problem. He's looking at solving other people's problems with your money. Shut up, dog.
People must think you're crazy because they can't actually hear the dog because I have my mic muted. And then all of a sudden, just out of nowhere, you're like, shut up, dog. What's going on in the background? Nobody else can hear this.
So, they cratered our economy. They completely neuter our industries and manufacturing. Completely destroy them for a 1.5% greenhouse gas emission. So, if you think that they're really trying to improve Canada, bring these high technology jobs, well, to be fair, China is gobbling that shit up. They are actually taking in so much fucking money. They're giving it out everywhere. And we're going, well, but greenhouse gases actually hurt the environment. Well, China's going, yeah, please destroy your fucking economy so that we can buy your country. And what are you going to do? Oh, well, it's just a house here. It's just a chunk of land there. Oh, it's just a farm. Oh, it's just a technology company. And if you fucking dare try to build that, oh, well, your industry is going to be barred from here. But I look at that. He ran from his own citizens, could not talk to them. Suddenly got COVID. How fucking convenient. He's like, are you Nancy Pelosi? Are you Nancy Pelosi? Because Putin said to Nancy Pelosi, if you go to, I can't remember what country it was, in order to drum up support, He said, I will kill you. I will bomb you. And what happened? Fuck, Nancy Pelosi got COVID.
Oh, shit. But see, the funny
Now,
thing
what
is
can-
that even, okay, people use Justin ended up getting COVID as the excuse for why he didn't actually meet with him. Regardless whether he had COVID or not, he still said he wasn't going to meet with terrorists. 2, there's such thing as
right-wing
video
extremists,
talk. See what we're doing right here?
misogynist.
Video
Yeah.
talking. Yeah.
It's free. It's free. You just have to sell your information.
So COVID or not, he still could have done this. I did this
No, but
when I
okay.
had COVID. So,
Okay, so he cratered our economy, absolutely neutered manufacturing, forced people to become reliant on the government. Oh, here's your CERB. Oh, here's $40,000. Oh, who got it? One of the biggest payouts was a Chinese company. Chinese, not Canadian. A Chinese company got the massive fucking bailout, and they're gonna. And what is Canada gonna do? Hey, China, can you give us our millions of dollars that we gave to you? They're gonna say, shove it up your ass, round eye. No, thanks for the investment in China, dumbass.
round eye.
It was a massive, massive Chinese company.
Yeah.
And so, okay. And then what did they do during COVID? Oh, a massive a gun ban. Disarm the population. The thing is, this is all incremental steps. Yeah, that sounds right. Hey, do we need weapons of war? I don't know. Ask Ukraine. Ask Ukraine what's going on there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with them having to disarm the population, you see what Ukraine is having to do. Like they're just they just gave guns out and then they started shooting and killing each other. So but you're seeing it more and more. What seems to be an absolute attempt at destabilizing Canada. You would have to. I don't see any other way. And trust me, I'm open to seeing it. I'm open to taking in that new information. But you can't have all these things in rapid succession and think, oh, it's for the benefit of Canada. What benefit?
Yeah.
And I've said before, I'm not opposed to globalization, but whose globalization are we going to be operating under?
Yeah.
Because, in Canada, well, you can be jailed and fined because you said a bad word to someone. You hurt someone's feelings. Okay, well, I don't want to live in a country I don't want to live in a world like that. Yeah. Well, what do we want? Do we want a country like China where did you see how they've tightened their restrictions even more, where there are some people that can't even go outside to get groceries, to accept their grocery deliveries. So an amazing job calling the herd.
Oh
Speaking of calling the herd, Canada is now enacting, they're paying farmers for food shortages.
What do you mean?
So if you think like the dairy board, the wheat board, all these places are where farmers bring their stuff and then, the wheat board certifies it and then they can ship it out. Well, the wheat board is a government operated facility. So the government is saying, no, you're not allowed to grow crops. You're not allowed to sell them on your own.
Seriously?
Yeah. Oh, we dumped like millions of gallons of milk, tons of grain, because they want to keep prices naturally high. If you force, not having grain silos, not having stockpiles, not being able to distribute food to, in other countries that could possibly use it, something like 55% of the food that we actually produce goes to shit. It's garbage. Like 50 or 60%. It's a fucking massive number.
It's so gross. It really is. Like, people would rather, and I'm not talking about the farmers, because I know when they're literally being instructed that they need to get rid of their crops, get rid of their animals, da 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 da. It's not like this is easy on the farmers, and the farmers don't want to do it. They're literally being forced to.
No, they're being paid double not to. So your money, and to be fair, the whole fucking farming industry, that whole racket is all, again, if you paid what a farmer actually has to pay, if you actually, all these subsidies, all these hidden fees that you don't see, like the transportation industry is heavily subsidized in order to keep prices artificially low. But you can't have any stockpiles, so it raises price on grain, on milk, on all these types of commodities. So, I get a rebate. I get rebates from fuel. In fact, well, now because of carbon tax, no, I had to give the government another $1,200 in Q1 because I don't know, just for the service, just for the privilege of offering a service, it directly costs us $1,200 more per quarter.
It costs you money to do your job.
Yeah, because we have new equipment, stuff that's more fuel efficient, stuff that's better for the environment. Instead of trying to get every single drop out of that gallon of fuel, no, neuter the fuck out of them. Don't make them fuel efficient. Just make sure that they don't produce any emissions. No, don't stretch that. Don't stretch that fuel tank. Don't make it so that you could go 2,000, 3,000 kilometers. No. It's a whole fucking racket. They're paying farmers double. They're telling farmers that, the farmers are getting sent to jail. Because if they say, hey, you know what, fuck you, I'm going to go outside your little monopoly you have here. It's all to control food. It's to control people. And this is what I didn't understand with
everything.
This is like the thing I didn't understand in India, where the government was saying, hey, you know what, they were going to abolish their wheat board. And the farmers were saying, well, you're going to fuck us all over. And so I had asked some people that came from India, you've seen the thing, no farmers, no farmers, no food. And so I asked, like, what is that about? And so that's what I was told. So I said, well, wouldn't that be more beneficial? Because now the farmer can dictate his prices, how much he is willing to pay. Wouldn't that be a better thing? And then instead of this arbitrary wheat board that like regulates prices, I don't understand. Unless the concern is with foreign influence coming into that country, and then, well, they all get bought out by Monsanto or whatever, some Bill Gates, so you can fuck them all over too.
Yeah.
I don't like. There's again with all those food processing plants being burned down and exploding and all that weird farmers being told don't grow food. You can't even have a surplus. Like if you had a grain silo from last year's harvest, you have to dispose of it. You cannot bring that to market.
It's just mind-boggling to me. It's such a waste. And there are so many people in this world that are starving and need food. And, and the fact that we literally just like, oh, well, no, you're not allowed to have this extra or whatever. So you have to destroy it. Like, could you, imagine a bunch of starving kids standing around you watching you set fire to your shit that's extra that you're not allowed to keep. Like, how heartbreaking that would be.
There's videos of farmers, because all they do like to kill chickens. There was one farm had to kill 5.2 million chickens. And you know what they do? They pump in ammonia gas. And they just go to sleep and die.
Well, that sounds like a very peaceful...
5.2 million. And then you wonder why food prices are skyrocketing. In fact, I had an article on for yesterday that was talking about stagflation. Oh, stagflation is very possible. When was I talking? In fact, almost one of our first episodes was stagflation.
Yeah, we've talked about it a couple times, but yeah.
Yeah, but all right. Well, no, there's something going on. I'm not the smartest man in the room, but like I said, I look at what people are doing. The dude Trudeau ran from Canada. Fucking ran. was all too happy to get on a plane to go fucking suck Bono's cock in Kyiv, where apparently they're getting bombed, people are dying. Well, weird. You couldn't meet your own citizens, but you're gonna go suck Zelensky's dick? What the fuck?
I don't know. It's just honestly, it's mind-boggling to me. I can't get over it.
All right, so let's. Okay, so okay. There was
Oh,
Will Amos. So this is a bit of a to show the resilience, the stature, the amazing prestige that is the Liberal Party. May 27th of last year, Will Amos is a Liberal MP. He was caught on a Zoom call in the House of Commons pissing in a cup.
shut your mouth! Are you serious? Oh
And
my god!
this was his statement. So last night, while attending House of Commons proceedings virtually in a non-public public setting, I urinated without realizing I was on camera. Okay, so just look how this is told. I am obviously, I am deeply embarrassed by my actions. Blah blah blah. I don't give a fuck. Well, accidentally and not visible to the public. This was completely unacceptable. And I apologize unreservedly. Okay, blah, blah, blah. I will be stepping aside temporarily from my role as a fucking... It's fucking Tubin 2.0. Tubin's beaten off because he's fucking on a...
That's what his name is.
Left-handed.
That's what his name is. It's funny. I was just gonna say, like, I'm not sure which one I would rather. Honestly, to be completely fair, I think I'd rather see Tubin all of a sudden as opposed to that. I find the other one a little less gross.
Yeah, to be fair, like if it's unintentional, like, hey, man, I thought my camera was off, and okay, I'm in front of my camera, I'm fucking beating one off, a couple little hand children. That's one thing.
And that makes sense because you're at your computer.
You're pissing in a cup. Do you not have working toilet? Do you not have modern plumbing? What the?
Right.
But he doesn't. But yeah, well, I while I was urinating, and then so if you scroll down, you can see the fucking dude. Look, you can see the Canadian flag, the Quebec flag. Look at that. To be fair, everyone, you can't see, but he's pissing in a fucking cup.
But he's like fuck ass naked too. It's not like he just opened it up and was like pissing for whatever reason. That still doesn't even make any sense to me. But the fact that Homeboy is like 100% in his birthday suit, it's like it's even more weird. Yeah, I'll take Tubin.
Yeah, to be fair, to be fair, YouTube, it's really grainy and his cock is fucking blurred out.
Well, yeah, there's a cup in front of it.
No, the cup is in his other hand, in his left hand. So obviously you could tell he's right-handed.
Oh my god. So it was a clear cup on top of it? Ugh. What the fuck?
What are you doing? Like, what disgusting? Like, okay, and to be fair, in the transportation industry, there are things called trucker bombs, and they're called trucker bombs for a reason.
Yeah.
Because guys will take a jug, like a 4-liter jug, and they fill it with piss. And then they chuck it out the window. And then what happens? The grass cutters, the boulevard cutters come, oh, piss everywhere.
See, that's so gross.
Fair, I don't. Yeah, I don't do that. I don't because fuck, that's just so.
Well, there was that one time. I mean,
what?
I saw you do it. Don't even.
Oh, there's times, yeah. No, if you tell me, if you're truck driving, you never pissed in a bottle, you're fucking lying.
Yeah, but he doesn't actually throw it out the window. He'll put it in a garbage where it should be, because that's just gross.
Yeah. Like, every trucker has done it. And if you haven't, you're full of shit. I'll tell you right now, you're full of shit. Because there are places where they go, Hey, you know what? Sorry, we don't have public bathrooms. We can't give you a bathroom, especially during COVID. Good fucking luck. You couldn't go somewhere and use a washroom. It's disgusting. All
Yeah.
right. Anything you want to get the fuck out of here? Want to show me your tits?
I got nothing. I will as soon as the camera's off. I mean, I don't think it's very YouTube appropriate, you know. But anyway.
Come on, give it a little tubing. Give it a little fucking lubing tubing.
Just kidding.
All right, with that, let's get out of here.
Hope everyone has a fantastic night, day, whatever it may be. Check us out in all the places listed in the description box below, and we will catch you guys tomorrow. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Bye.